Hi, today we are going to see business entity concept. What is a business? Business is a unit created for performing business activities. Entity means a legal person having own or separate identity. Concept is basic principle. So in class 11, unit 2, the first concept, business entity concept, it is a very, very important concept. So we have to see what is all about. Okay. So now the business is a unit which is created for performing business activities. Who starts this business? This person is called as owner. Okay. Owner starts a business. Why he starts a business? To make more money. Okay. So if there is a profit from the business, who is getting that profit? The owner is getting the profit. Suppose there is a loss in the business. Who will be at a loss? You or me? No. The owner again. So the owner is facing the risk, enjoying the profit and bearing the loss. He is the person who is in the picture. But the concept says that you treat business as a separate person and owner a separate person. So there is a wall between both of them. They are not one. Okay, we have to treat them separate. This concept says that assume business as a separate person. In reality, it is not a separate person. He is not a person at all. We have to assume him as a person. You cannot go and shake hands with him. He is not having any physical existence. Okay, but we are going to assume this business as a separate person. Assume means we have to imagine or think that he is a person. Okay, we are very good at imagining. Even from our previous classes, when you study mathematics, you are given sums like this. Find out the age of a son. In that you will be given the age of the father as 3 times like that, and they will be asking you to find out the present age of the son. What you do in that? You just assume, you just take that the age of the son is equal to x. So then you arrive at the solution. Okay, so you assume the age as x. X is not a number. You're going to get the answer in number. And why x? Why not y or z? You go and find out from the internet. It is very interesting. Okay, here like this we are going to assume business as a separate person. Whatever this person does, we are not bothered. We are not concerned. Owner padutara, thoongunara, doctor ta ponara, marundu vaangunara, fridge vaangunara, washing machine vaangunara, அல்லது கலர் டிவி வாங்கிட்டு வந்தாரா, அல்லது பென்ஸ் கார் வாங்கிட்டு வந்தாரா, மர்சடிஸ் வாங்கிட்டு வந்தாரா, அவருடைய வீட்டுக்கு சோஃபா வாங்கிட்டு வந்தாரோ, we are not bothered. We are only bothered about the business. Everything is to be thought from the point of view of business. Business-னுடைய point of view-ல இருந்து பார்க்க போகிறோம். So what the business has purchased, what the business has sold, what the business has paid, to whom the business has to make payment, from whom the business has to receive the payment, everything to be taken from the point of view of the business. That is called the business entity concept. We are giving respect to the business except the capital employed by him and the money withdrawn by him from the business. Okay, so why we have to treat business as a separate person and owner as a separate person? I'll tell you at the end of this video. So please watch this video till the end. If you like my videos, like, share and subscribe. Okay, let us get into the video right now. So now let us take that this person, Raja, is a owner and he has started a business of Raja Metals. He invests the capital. He invests capital, let us say 10 lakh rupee. Okay, but this money is of course with this fellow only. But we treat that he has given this money to this business. So now Raja Metals is having this money, not this fellow. Okay, so Raja Metal is receiving 10 lakh rupee. Okay, and after some time, this fellow approaches his friend Arun, and he is giving money to this business, 2 lakh rupee, not to Raja, to the business again. Okay, 2 lakh rupee the business is getting again. Now the business is having a cash balance of rupees 12 lakh rupee. Okay, whatever the amount invested by the owner is only called as capital. Any money invested by some other people is called as loan from those people. Clear? So now the business is having 12 lakh rupee. It wants some more cash. So the business is approaching the bank. So suppose the loan is taken from the bank. It says that the bank has paid loan to Raja Metals, not to individual Raja. Okay. So it has got, let us say it has got 3 lakh rupee. So now how much money is with the Raja Metals? Raja Metal is having around 15 lakh rupee. Okay, so 15 lakh rupee is having now. Now this Raja Metals is going to utilize this money. Utilize means uses this money. How it uses? It uses for purchasing assets. What is an asset? Any kind of property that gives enduring benefit to the business, which is going to give benefit to the business. All those are assets. Suppose the Raja Metals is buying one truck for its business purpose. So any truck running on the road or standing on the street is an asset? No. Only the truck which is inside this Raja Metals, which Raja Metal has purchased, that is called an asset, because that is going to give benefit to this business. So it purchases assets, it purchases goods. Goods means the items meant for resale. It will buy and sell those goods. If it is a manufacturing company, it will process the raw materials and bring it into finished product and will sell it. And this Raja Metals will pay all the expenses like electricity bill, water bill. Okay, whatever the payment has to be made, all will be made in the name of Raja Metals. Again, this Raja Metal will sell the goods. Okay, and it will, if it makes a profit, where this profit will go? Ultimately, the profit goes to the owner, because he is the person who is going to enjoy this profit. He is the person who is invested the capital. So the profit will be transferred to Raja. Profit is also a liability for the business. It has to return this profit to the owner. And the capital is also a liability to the business. What is the meaning of liability? Liability means responsibility, duty of the business to return the money which it got from these people. Okay, so the business has got the money from the owner in the form of capital, 10 lakh rupee. So the business has to return the 10 lakh rupee to the owner, and the business has got 2 lakh rupee from Arun. So the business duty of the business is to return the money to Arun. Okay, and bank will leave him? No. So the business has to refund the loan taken from SBI. So these are all called liability, obligation of the business, duty of the business, responsibility of the business to return all the money which it took from the owner as well as outsiders. Okay, this is called owner's equity, 10 lakh rupee, and this two amounts are called outsiders equity. So everything the business has to return. If it receives the money, it can utilize the money, and whatever the net result, the profit comes, that should also go out to the owner. It is also a liability for the business, and the amount invested by the owner is also a liability for the business, and the loan taken from an outsider and the loan from the bank is also a liability. So from this, what we arrive at, the business itself owns all the assets. The business itself owns means owner of all asset is business, not he. Okay, and owes all liabilities. All the loans, யார் எல்லா கடனையும் திருப்பி கொடுக்க வேண்டிய பொறுப்பில் இருக்காங்க? ராஜா மெட்டல்ஸ். ராஜா மெட்டல் தான் சொந்தக்காரர் எல்லா அசட்ஸுக்கும். ராஜா மெட்டல் தான் பொறுப்பு எல்லா லயபிலிட்டியும் திருப்பி கொடுப்பதற்கு. Okay, so business itself owns all assets and owes all liabilities, including capital. Capital is also a liability to the business, but capital is not returned to the owner unless the business is getting closed. Okay, so this capital will get rotated, but it is a liability for the business. In case it is closed, the business has to return the capital to the owner. Hope you understand. So now we will come back to this question: why we have to treat business as a separate person and owner as a separate person? After all, why this concept? Okay, so let us understand that. So, if suppose this same owner, Raja, he is having 4 business units. Same fellow I am taking, Raja. Raja is having 4 units of business, A, B, C, D. Maybe in the same town, maybe in separate towns, okay, whatever the case may be, he is having A, B, C and D, 4 business units. Suppose he is not treating all these business units as a separate person. A is a separate person, B is a separate person, C is a separate person and D is a separate person. This is what the concept says. But if he is not treating these as separate persons, he may utilize the money of this business into A and the money of A into B, and he may bring money from his home and put it inside A, and he may take money from B and take it to his house. In such a scenario, how this business will look? A will look like a loss-making business, but it may be a profitable business. Suppose this owner is taking the money and investing in D. This business may look like a loss-making business, but it is not the truth. And D may look like a profit-making business, but it is not the truth. It is a loss-making business because the money is coming from other business. Okay, so in order to find out correct and true profit and the financial position of the business, we have to treat business as a separate person and owner as a separate person. Hope you understand the business entity concept, which is the main concept for our accounting. Thank you.